Strike is on the horizon for Amazon. There are several workers across the metro that have threatened to walk off the job if they do not get what they want immediately. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson is live at an Amazon facility in Alpharetta. And Asia, these employees want two things. They want higher pay and better benefits.
They do indeed, and we are a little more than a week away from Christmas, and with the workload picking up, some of these Amazon delivery drivers say they feel underpaid and undervalued. That's the reason why more than 200 of them joined the Teamsters Union to demand more changes. Now, this group have basically gave Amazon until Sunday, which was yesterday, to start negotiations, or some of the workers could go on strike beginning today. They want better pay as well as better working conditions and benefits. Now, some drivers saying they feel overwhelmed, but at the same time, they claim there's no guarantee they're ever scheduled for a 40-hour work week. And last week, several of these drivers held a march inside of a warehouse in DeKalb County. They want the trillion-dollar company to bargain with them, and quickly.
Better pay, better working conditions, hazard pay, more higher quality like equipment, winter coats.
A spokesperson for Amazon sent us a statement which says in part the Teamsters have continued to intentionally mislead the public, claiming that they represent thousands of Amazon employees and drivers. They don't. And this is another attempt to push a false narrative about the independent small businesses who deliver on our behalf. We reached out to Amazon asking, will this impact any shipping? Will there be any shipping delays if there are strikes? We haven't heard back just yet. Meanwhile, what happens next in all of this is still up in the air. We're live this morning in Alpharetta. Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.